4-H had a pumpkin contest, and I grew a pumpkin, and I won it. And that kind of triggered me into growing pumpkins. Of course, I was a big 4-H'er anyhow, growing competitive gardens, meaning they would come out and judge my garden, and there'd be no weeds, and you had to have, say, I grew cotton or something like that. Anyway, it kind of got me going in it. So the following year, we had too many pumpkins. So my friend Todd Gilroy, his parents basically lived right in front of Walmart. It's kind of like where the ice cream shops, Spuds, and Mercantile Bank is. That's where we started. There was a farm there, and we started selling pumpkins there. It grew. I graduated in 81, 85. I graduated out of MSU, and that was the year that the state police sent me a letter saying, we got a traffic problem. You can't have cars parking along 27. Many of you don't realize, but back then, that was the main thoroughfare for going north. We didn't have the bypass.
Welcome back to Community Pulse Podcast. My name is Jacqueline Hutchison, and I am joined with Andy T. from Andy T's Farm Market. How you doing?
Good.
So let's start from the beginning. How did Andy T's Farm Market get started, and what made you decide that this is what you wanted to do?
Wow, that's kind of a trick question. I gotta laugh because I feel like I created a monster,
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work to do what we're doing right now, and a lot of people wouldn't do what I do. I hear it from my family all the time, and I work too much. But how it all started was back in the 70s when I was a teenager. I went over to Ovid in front of the bank, and I sold sweet corn. And I was probably 8 years old then, is what my parents tell me. Then in 77, 4-H had a pumpkin contest, and I grew a pumpkin, and I won it. And that kind of triggered me into growing pumpkins. Of course, I was a big 4-H'er anyhow, growing competitive gardens, meaning they would come out and judge my garden, and there'd be no weeds, and you had to have, say, I grew cotton or something like that. Anyway, it kind of got me going in it. So the following year, we had too many pumpkins. So my friend Todd Gilroy, his parents basically lived right in front of Walmart. It's kind of like where the ice cream shops, Spuds, and Mercantile Bank is. That's where we started. There was a farm there, and we started selling pumpkins there. It grew. I graduated in 81. 85, I graduated out of MSU, and that was the year that the state police sent me a letter saying, we got a traffic problem. You can't have cars parking along 27. Many of you don't realize, but back then, that was the main thoroughfare for going north. We didn't have the bypass then. So I jumped in my Cutlass, 1979 Cutlass, and I drove south. And I'll never forget it. There was a place down by Nob Hill Tavern for sale, and there was this place down here by where we're at now. And I said, well, they aren't going to stop me. And I was a go-getter, and $800 an acre that I paid for it.
Different.
And my dad signed the note. I borrowed it from Greenstone, and we started. Uncle John, Mr. John Beck, he helped me get like the entrance and all that. We had to pay for that, improvements. So basically my first loan was $32,000.
How many acres did that get you?
That was 20. I should have bought the 40. Our late Esther Hendershot, that was a realtor here, chewed me out that I didn't talk to her. And to this day, she was so correct that I should have bought the 40 and not the South 20.
So is that the farm market you're on right now?
Yeah, there was nothing there. It was a total piece of ground. We had a lot of problems. We had a drought year in '88. We had a flood in '89. A lot of things went wrong. The summer of 1990, we didn't have a summer. If we had a Mount St. Helens blew out in Washington, and that affected our weather so severe that we didn't really have good crops. It was terrible. We lost over $100,000. A lot of people now would probably just go bankrupt or whatever, but we borrowed the money and we made it.
Yeah. Well, your growth has been exponential. Like, I go out there with my group of mom friends all the time. You have the Tot area. You just opened up Goat Mountain. Can you kind of talk about more of that growth? Don't you have a wedding barn too?
Yeah. So 2012, I got a divorce, and that was probably one of the worst things you could go through. And I tried working with her, and we bought this wedding barn during our divorce. And we both wanted that, but I ended up buying it back. And it was to the better of both of us. So, yeah, we have a wedding barn at a different location. Then we have our entertainment farm that we call it, which we do a lot of college bonfires.
Yep, I've been there.
In October and November. And we finally got that under control, but it isn't chaotic like it used to be. We got an Andy T's farm, which grows 80 acres of vegetables, and then we also grow corn and soybeans, so a little over 200 acres. And then we got the farm market, which consists of the bakery, the garden center, the mercantile, which we sell our produce and our other Michigan fruits. I really am a stickler on buying only Michigan product the best I can, including the alcohol, wine, and beer. I try and do the same. But yeah, we've done a lot. I need a person to take it over down the road here,
You heard it here first.
I don't really want to have an auction sale.
Yeah.
I want to teach somebody the ropes or somebody that's already in the business to take it over, because the people in our community really love it. They enjoy it. And my values of Michigan product and good product, and not worried about the price. Quality is better than price.
That's great. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to find another Andy T like you, because I follow you on Facebook. You're quite the character.
Yeah, I tend to say it like it is.
Yeah. So
my new love in my life is a barrel racer. So believe it or not, I them hay burners I used to complain about, that why somebody would do that, and look at me now. Now I can actually ride a horse.
I'm from Metro Detroit, so I don't know what any of this lingo is. The hay rider stuff.
Hay burner, that means a horse.
Oh, okay.
In other words, a horse is an expensive little project there, So that's kind of our fun now. Is in the wintertime we go south.
Oh, nice.
Horseback riding.
Love that. So when are you guys open then? What's your season like?
So we're basically open April till Christmas.
Okay.
And this year I'm going to try and figure out how I can be open in the wintertime and have a self-serve, because of the Mooville milk I brought on and ice cream that everybody loves. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to contemplate how we can do that.
Nice. Okay, so you're a working farm and a farm market. You're also a scratch kitchen. Can you talk more about that? Your cookies are also amazing. S'mores one, you got to have it.
The scratch kitchen, we make all our pies. All our pies come from, or our fruit comes from Schmeltzer's, which is up in Traverse City. And then our sugar is from Sugar Beets, which is Michigan made. We use a lard crust, and they're basically fruit pies. So it's not the glaze and all this other stuff that some places put into them to make them cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a total fruit pie. Our number one seller is caramel apple, followed by strawberry, rhubarb, and Dutch apple.
Right. So it's made fresh daily.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then we got some breads. Our garlic cheese bread's got mozzarella and Colby Jack in it. We're using all our Mouville butter in everything that we make. The strudel breads are apple, blueberry, raspberry, cherry, and peach. That's all made there too.
Great. So fall is obviously your big season, and that's coming up here. Can you talk more about fall activities, what we can expect on the farm this fall?
Fall is another busy. Our busiest time is
That's
the
true.
month of May.
That's true.
The
The
month of
greenhouse
May
flowers.
with our flowers. That's our busiest. But you can't really sell as many flowers in the fall, so we do have mums. We do a wagon ride that takes you not just out back. It's an actual 2-mile ride, and we go to the field, and out to the field you can pick gourds, Indian corn, pumpkins, and then we got a slingshot out there that you can shoot many pumpkins, which is awesome.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We got a corn maze. The make your own caramel apple is kind of a big thing now.
Yeah.
That goes on basically September and October into November. The goats are there in the playground.
Hmm.
It's just a good place. A lot of people like coming there because it's a farm and it's not so busy.
Yeah. A lot of family fun.
I learned a long time ago from Country Mill, Bernie. He's not there anymore, but he told me, just sell the farm. And I go, what do you mean by that? And he said, you got a farm, promote it. It's just the farm. So bring them out, you know?
Yeah, it's us city folk, from Metro Detroit that are craving the ag
It
tourism.
cracks me up. People ask, hey, your goat's out. Well, yeah, he's out. He jumps the fence. What am I to do, you know?
No, I was one of those people.
Yeah, it was like he'd been there 4 years, and all of a sudden he started jumping out last year. But now the little baby goats, they do whatever. And you can walk in now into the pen. I got it set up where you can walk in. And we put a new place set in. And everybody's liking how it's kind of developed, you know.
Yeah, it's really great, especially this time. If you have kids, it's very slow, and you can take your kids to feed the goats and play in the playground. It's a lot of fun. So you guys are also known for some pretty big pumpkins. Can you talk about the big pumpkins and the way
Okay.
off and all
Yeah,
that
all
good
right.
stuff?
So back in the 80s, I was one of the guys that grew huge pumpkins. Joe Rewert's a friend of mine, grew them with me. We were partners, and because it takes a lot of time to do it. But we did have Michigan's largest pumpkins for years, probably into the 90s. And we'd go out to Collins, New York, to the pumpkin competition. And
Mm.
the one year that we had this 500 whatever pounder, we almost were thinking we were going to win the world's largest pumpkin. And David Letterman's show got a hold of us, and they
No
said,
way.
if you win, can you come to New York City? And we said, heck yeah, we'll come, But David Andrews from Channel 10, he did a report on me, and it blew up. It was absolutely amazing. He's such a good reporter. And then it went viral. Back in the day, you got to remember, we didn't have cell phones and stuff back then.
Yeah.
But, he did that, and I got on the AP, and it just blew right up,
So what are you doing to the pumpkins to make them so big?
Oh, these
Or is
guys,
it a secret?
these guys now, holy cow. You need to come out. We have it the end of September, the last Saturday of September every month. And these guys, I got them on Facebook. I watch them grow. They got 1,000-pounders right now. It's August,
Mm-hmm.
and they're growing. You can talk to these guys, they won't bite. They'll tell you a little bit of their stuff, but it's all in the seed and the genetics of the seed. They trade seed, and they have an auction for seed. But I've been to a few of their meetings, and us farmers, we have meetings, and I kind of get bored and want to fall asleep, but I got to do it for my credits for the Michigan Department of Ag, so we can buy chemicals and good stuff to keep our stuff growing. And
Mm-hmm.
anyway, the giant pumpkin guys are basically, I'll tell you, they work 20 to 40 hours a week on their garden, if not
Wow.
more. They put heat tape in. You wouldn't believe the stuff they do. It's amazing. So at our farm this year, we'll probably have a 1,500 to 2,000 pounder.
I was gonna say it looks like last year's winning pumpkin was 1,942 pounds.
Right.
It's pretty
Right.
crazy.
And I usually buy one so everybody can see it, you know.
What do people do with such a big pumpkin?
Well, Uncle John's buys one.
Oh, right. Yes. I've
Three
seen that one.
Cedar Farms, he buys one. He's a crack up Gary. I saw him pumpkins down in Northville, and I gave him one year just so that he would understand why people would take pictures around
Yeah,
a pumpkin.
that's true.
But no, it's mainly, cider mills and what have you that
Fun.
buy them.
Yeah.
But there is Johnny from Detroit that's a big pumpkin guru, and he shows me his setup, and
Mm.
he's probably got $2,000, $3,000 of pumpkins.
Wow.
He's down in Detroit, and he's just into pumpkins.
Yeah. It seems like probably a lot of the farmers across Michigan are tight knit. Like you probably are close with all the cider mills and all that.
Yeah, well, you should work together.
Yeah. Right. Right. All right. So between the farm, market, bakery, and seasonal activities, there seems to be a lot of moving pieces. Can you what's behind the scenes of all that? How do you do it all?
Organized. You got to be organized.
All right. I won't take over. I'm too organized.
I'm a big guy on record keeping and writing stuff on the calendar. Like my sweet corn varieties, I write down every bushel we pick every day. I write the weather down. I write wind speed. I mean,
Wow.
you have to do all this stuff. On the flower end, it used to be in the old days we would just order flowers, but you can't do that anymore. So believe it or not, in January I buy all my flowers.
I was gonna say you're probably pre-planning a lot.
Yeah. So January we do that, and then that's when I take off and get out of Dodge. I really dislike winter.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I used to snowmobile and stuff, but riding horses down in Florida is a heck of a lot better.
Definitely sounds like a dream.
Yes, it's cool. And then to have a barrel racer that I can watch at shows, that's even more fun down there, and not be like up here. I can't sear like I can down there. You follow me? I'm less stressed out.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's all about planning. If you don't have a plan, you're gonna overproduce.
Yeah, you probably have a lot of longtime loyal staff members too with you that
Yeah, we're lucky. Our employees are our backbone. I feel I do treat them pretty good, and they're staying. So I guess that tells you something.
Yeah.
I am in the H2A program, which is for hiring Hispanics, and the guys that I got have been with me for 3 years, and I tell everybody it saved my heart. And they go, "What do you mean by that?" I go, "Well, every day I know I can count on them. Before, I could not count on nobody. They'd call in sick, they'd be drunk, whatever. It was totally insane. You can't run a farm like that.
Yeah.
So it's a really good program, really good guys, and they're turned into like family. So
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So, for someone listening who has not visited Andy T's, what are they missing?
Well, it's amazing how many people in St. John's haven't even been there. I
Really?
still have people come in. We're a little gem, and if you're out of the state and you come in, and that's where I hear the really positiveness, is they go, "Boy, I wish we had Andy T's in our neck of the woods." It's diverse. You can get ice cream, milk, alcohol, bakery, meats, selected meats, eggs, everything that makes your tummy good.
And you got to try your famous sweet corn, of course, too.
Well, yeah, the sweet
In
corn
season.
is the big thing. We also wholesale to other stores and throughout between Grand Rapids and Howell, basically. But we're picking around 1,000 to 1,500 ears a day, and along with that, we got cucumbers and pickles that we sell, and tomatoes, and there's a lot of stuff in the market that we don't wholesale, but it keeps everything rolling.
Mm-hmm. Great. Anything else that the listener should know, you think?
Our Christmas time, we have Santa Claus
Oh,
come out, and that's turned out to be quite a little event. It's free. It's my way of giving back. But we got Christmas trees and gray blankets that we make our own gray blankets, decorate our own wreaths. It keeps the gals busy. They like doing it. Of course, the bakery's huge for Thanksgiving.
mm-hmm.
It's our biggest day of the year. But it really cracks me up, like on November 1st, all of a sudden cider and donuts don't taste good.
Yeah, true. It seems
And
like
it's some of the best
yeah.
cider, and it's the same donuts,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the mentality of November. So it like our hours, we have to shut right down to like 9 o'clock to 6 or something like that. We stay open. It just blows me away. But I've been at this will be year 41,
Wow.
and
Congrats.
nothing's changed. Same old stuff. Cider, November 1st, your sales drop in one half. Funny,
Yeah.
but that's the way. But sometimes we need a break, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good. Thank you so much for joining us, Andy. Thanks for being a part of the chamber. We really appreciate you sharing your story and business with us.
Yes, the chamber, I really like the road they're headed right now.
Okay.
I feel positiveness with it. We just got done with a really good MIT festival.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for
I
sponsoring.
thought I didn't make it down here Saturday like I wanted to, but my business was up 30%.
Wait, yes, you were. You were in the parade. I saw you.
Yeah, I was in the parade, but
But you didn't get to enjoy
the
it.
feedback I'm hearing from the people that came in my place was very positive.
Good.
So I think we're on the right track. I think everybody involved with the board and stuff, they're thinking right. It's a slow process,
Mhm.
but positive is ahead.